be afraid to be afraid. All right, Courtney, come on. Take me to the edge of the stage. Come on, let's run. All right.
Okay,
Whoa, okay, right to the edge. I mean, the first year I did this thing, how close? Oh, I'm real close. Yeah, all right. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. The first year I did this, I had to worry about electrocuting myself in the water. The second year I did this, I had to worry about suffocating myself in the layers. The third year I did this, I had to worry about choking on swamp material. So what's the worst thing that could happen this year? Mike, how'd you break your leg? Oh, I was giving this talk at Cusp and Dave Mason shoved me off the stage. I mean, hey, we all come here today with a truckload of fears. I want to thank and introduce you to my fear buddies. They're around here somewhere. And let us reflect on some of the fears. They're going to read just a little headline of articles that were in just today's paper about fear. Now, fear is the ability to recognize danger, leading to confront it or flee from it. So let's have a headline from today.
20% of Chicago's residents face hunger.
We don't have a clue as to what other people fear. Can you imagine that? 20%. Chicago has been identified, the neighborhoods, as some of the most insecure food areas in the country. 20% of Chicagoans have to worry about their next meal. That's something to fear. Next one.
Employers feel the pain as healthcare premiums soar.
We all know that. Fear of health care. Oh, my God, the economy next.
Christians fear future in Syria beyond Assad.
Yes, fears of religions and denominations and other people, Christians fearing in Syria.
Hackers shake web to the core.
Oh, hackers are into the web. We better worry about that one. I can tell I got a resounding chord with this audience. Yeah, oh my God, they're hacking everywhere. No website is secure. Fear that one, baby.
Most youths have faced online bullying.
Bullying. Online bullying. Something to fear other human beings.
A little 8-year-old can't play in his front yard without getting shot at.
That's right, Inglewood, Chicago. Imagine that. Can't let your 8-year-old out there because of the fear of their getting shot.
Nagging fears on Europe slow a Wall Street rally.
God love Europe. They're screwing up Wall Street. We're scared to death of them. I hear that word Greece one more time, I'm going to throw up. Man. Go with the next one.
Don't be afraid of a little dip in the water.
That's right. They're advertising in today's paper getting into the Chicago River. I'm afraid of that one, let me tell you.
A fear gauge comes up short.
Fear gauge, we're measuring fear, and now that doesn't even work. Oh, we're in big trouble.
Car crashes into Maywood home after driver shot.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Happened yesterday. Guy shot, loses control of his car, drives in, 14-year-old girl sleeping, kills her. Boom, honor student. That's something to fear.
NHL calls banana throwing stupid and ignorant.
Yes. Can you believe that? Simmons, a black player in the NHL, on the ice in Canada. Unbelievable. Derogatory stuff. I mean, it's terrible. I'm on a flight from LA the other day. I mean, some of the people who live in this world. I got 2 people next to me from Australia. No offense to anybody here from Australia. And so I fall asleep. I got the window seat. The wife gave it to me because she didn't want to talk over me to her husband. So that was cool. I got the window seat. I fall asleep. I wake up. There's some silly, nonsensical movie on. I open the window and I look out and I say, wow, the Grand Canyon, a clear day. I turned to the lady and I said, look, this is the Grand Canyon, one of the great places in the United States, one of our treasures. Could you put the window screen down, please? I'm watching this movie. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of people in our society. I am in the airport. I meet a guy I've known for a long time. How you doing? Tell me what you're doing. He does for 5 minutes and leaves. I'm afraid of people who are not able or aware that they should be mutual. Don't you love it? Hey, how you doing? And they never ask you how you're doing. What does that mean? It means we should be afraid of sometimes the way society's going. Anybody here, I can't see if you raise your hand, anybody here from Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta Braves? You better be afraid, let me tell you. Your season's over tonight. How about Boston? Anybody here from Boston? Oh, yeah, you should be afraid too, let me tell you. There's all sorts of ways. I tell you what, it is kind of scary. I don't know if you saw this. I recommend you do. Catching Hell. It was on ESPN 30 for 30 yesterday. Unbelievable. The story of Bartman. You see that, you get very scared about how cruel some human beings. Wow, get in society. But you know what? It's not all bad. There's some good articles in today's paper, believe it or not.
Inventor of pacemaker dies.
The inventor of the pacemaker died. And you know what he said to his students? One of the things he was most proud of? Don't fear failure. Any innovation has been born out of fear.
I'm leaving my agency because I'm no longer scared. As soon as I walk out of these doors, I'm going to climb a tree and walk out to the end of the thinnest branch I can find.
That was in my calendar, my daily thought calendar, about an executive at an ad agency in California who was leaving because he was no longer scared. It's important to be scared.
Down your tech tools, get out and mingle.
That's what you're doing right now. Putting down your tech tools and getting out and mingle. A great article in the Financial Times this morning by Luke Johnson. I love Luke Johnson. He says, get out and talk to people. Listen and learn. That's why you're coming here.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be?
Amen for Nelson Mandela. Give him a round of applause. I want to sit down here, Courtney. Help me sit down so I don't break a leg. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, this is much better. Well, I mean, we all have fears. Let me tell you a little fear I'm going through right now. Most of you know my story. I'm not going to tell the whole thing. Catholic priest, 27 years. And got married, Commissioner CHA, now on the Zoning Board of Appeals, president of a company called Goodcity. I was scared to death the first 8 years. I went to bed at night fearful, worrying about whether or not we'd make payroll. The last 2 years have been the two best financial years we've ever had, and now we have a reserve fund. Yeah, that is good. Now, I wish the story stopped there. No, it doesn't, because my beautiful wife decides to get a job in Yuma, Arizona. Yeah, you talk about scary, let me tell you. Yuma, Arizona. She's got a great job. She's dreamt about this job. She started 2 weeks ago. She's working for Indian Health Services and is on the Fort Yuma Indian Reservation. Do I want to leave Chicago? Hell no. Do I want to divorce my wife? Hell no. I asked people at work, I said, what are you afraid of? Some of them said rats, some of them said snakes, some of them said heights, some of them, we have teen workers from Christ the King School, Cristo Rey, come in, so one of our staff said teenagers, and then one of the teenagers said senior citizens. And then one of the interns from a college said, oh, what am I afraid of? It would be easier for me to tell you what I'm not afraid of. I said, okay. And I can't think of anything I'm not afraid of. I said, all right. It's okay, but we are here at Cusp because we're willing to take that risk. One of the guys, okay, and why I brought this up was one of the guys, I'm leaving the office today, he says, Mike, you should talk about how people are afraid of their wives. I said, yeah, well, I'm afraid of mine, let me tell you. And what am I afraid of? I'm afraid of losing her love. I'm afraid of not being with her. I'm afraid of being separated from my best friend. So I'm going to go out to Yuma, Arizona, and tomorrow we'll hopefully have a contract sent to me after 4 interviews for the position of president and CEO of the Yuma Food Bank. So, you know what? We gotta, The first time we go out there, somebody tells me, you know, Yuma used to be called the armpit of America. I said, oh, really? And they said, yeah, because people were driving from the East Coast to the West Coast and there was no air conditioning. They got real funky smelling and everything. Yuma is beautiful. The mysticism of the desert. We look outside at a sunset every night that's incredible. There are mountains there. Now, did I go through the Kubler-Ross stages of death and dying? Absolutely. Starting off with anger, denial, depression, acceptance, then back to anger, then back to denial. But that's how life is. Fear is not something that just is a one-time event. Fear is a process. And fear is something that can limit us or inhibit us, or it can motivate us to take some action. You're here today because you're not afraid of taking risks. That's why you're here at Cusp. Courtney, get me up here. I got to get up. I'm getting pumped now. All right, let's have some fun. I have no idea where I am, and that's probably a good thing. Am I scared? Absolutely. But I'm ready now. This is good. I'm pumped. I'm in the right crowd here at this time. Come on now, fear buddies. Spin me around. Let's get dizzy. Yeah. All right, dizzy. That's enough right there. Whoa, I hope I don't have to throw up. Man, I'm telling you, get dizzy at Cusp. Get dizzy in the conversations. Get dizzy in the encounters. Get dizzy in the presentations. Take advantage as you come to Cusp. What's the one thing you should be afraid of? Leaving Cusp, not a better human being than you were when you came in here. You should be afraid of not taking advantage of all that Cusp has to offer. Our greatest fears in life are usually rooted in the unknown. If somebody were to say, Mike, we're going to kidnap you, we're going to drop you off somewhere and really scare you. So we're going to drop you off at 43rd Street or 47th Street or Madison and Pulaski or Cabrini Green. And my response would be, wonderful. That's great. Thank God. Because that's what I know. That's what I'm familiar with. I'm not afraid of that. But if they said to me, all right, we're dropping you off at Starved Rock National Park. Oh, shoot. Please. I had to give a talk out there once. I said, I got to make sure I'm there before 4 o'clock because I can't go drive at night in the country. We're afraid of the unknown. We got lots to be afraid of in this world. The economy, terrorism, fear of being abandoned, fear of being isolated. We've got lots to be afraid of. People dying and suffering and pain, and we don't want to have cancer, and we're afraid. Put me in a corner, will you? Get me to a corner. I just want to hide. You know, sometimes that's what fear does to us. It just makes us want to go into a corner and hide. That's right. In isolation and depression and get all down and feel sorry for ourselves. And I'm so scared. I'm scared of everybody. I'm scared of everything. And it's really depressing. And I'm afraid of other people. I'm afraid of conflict. I'm afraid of getting fired. And I'm even afraid of getting hired. When I interviewed for this job in Yuma, one of the staff said, are you scared? And I said, yes, I'm scared. And sometimes that gets you kind of sad. And our fears are sort of painful, and we want to be in a corner. But you know what? Life is not something, it's not a chore to be feared. It's an experience and an adventure to be enjoyed. And we just have to realize that our fears are going to follow us. And sometimes they're going to lead us. And they might be leading us to some place we don't want to be. And all of a sudden, wait a minute, now where am I here? All of a sudden we realize, wait a minute, fear buddies, what have you done to me? My goodness, my fears have imprisoned me. They've captured me. I'm paralyzed. And that's what fear does to us. And we have to be creative to overcome our fears. We have to be prepared and learn what we're afraid of. And then we have to go ahead and we have to really, really go ahead and have courage to deal with it and get others to help us deal with our fears and realize it takes time. I visited a buddy of mine yesterday, Father Dominic Grassi. He just had quadruple bypass surgery. So I'm talking to him, he's in intensive care, and I said, how you doing? And he says, well, I'm just doing what they tell me to do. I do everything the nurses, the doctors say. I listen hard, and I do exactly what they tell me to do. I said, you know, Dominic, that's pretty interesting because you're not that kind of person. I said, you don't listen to other people. You don't do what other people tell you to do, so why are you doing it now? Because I'm scared shitless. That's why. And I said, oh, let me tell you. He says, the other day I get out of bed, and I'm dizzy, and I'm nervous. And I said, nurse, I'm dizzy. And she says, that's okay. That's just a reaction to the morphine. He said, once she said that, I wasn't as fearful. And then I started having troubles breathing. And I told the nurse, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And she said, well, that's okay. You're just anxious, and we'll get you some medication. So fear can be relieved when we go ahead and utilize the tools that are available for that. Every single one of us walks in here with fears. Some of them are beyond our control, and we need to let them go when we're at Cusp. And the ones that we can do something about, use Cusp as an opportunity to do that, and to look around, and to be creative, and to figure out different ways, and use what we can use, and maybe get a little thinner than we really are, and get our hands and knees, and really immerse ourselves in Cusp. And then we can realize, wow, this is wonderful. I took care of that fear. Get a new idea, something new, something wonderful. I'm ready. I'm ready to get involved. I'm on my way.
Going the wrong way.
Oh, shut up. I don't need to listen to anybody. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm going the wrong way? Where am I going?
You need to go off stage.
You mean I'm going backstage? No, I don't want to go backstage. I want to go out. I want to move forward. I want to take my fears and I want to go right out here with this audience because Cusp is empowering. Savor I want to go out. Take me out, not over the stage. Wherever we're going, get me there, will you? Talk about scary. It's this guy. I trust you, Courtney. That's it. Getting through fear is surrounding yourself with people you trust, eliminating the toxic influences in our lives. Get into Cusp. Allow it to really, truly invigorate you. Allow it to am I on a step? What am I doing here?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good? I feel a wall. That's a good thing. But get into Cusp. Make this the best Cusp you've ever been to. Take advantage of every morsel of conversation, every bit of information, and make this Cusp a Cusp that has an impact not only on your life, but on the lives of others. And let it be, where am I going here? Go left. Yeah, okay, I guess this is my left.
Yes.
This is Cusp 2011. Be invigorated. Deal with your fears. Embrace them and walk out of here better humans than when we walked in here, ready to make a difference with this world. Thank you very much.